Back to another Tripfriends tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to investigate how to create a trip group. So let's begin by clicking on the Trip Groups tab on your home screen. Here we have arrived at the trip group page, and as you can see from the heading there are 8 sections to creating a trip group. First of all, let's establish a name, and we'll call this Trekking in Alaska. Now we move on to giving this trip group a description. When you're doing your description, make sure that you're quite clear in what you want to do, where you want to go, so that it's appealing to people who have the same destination and activity in mind. Once we've entered the description, we'll come down and pick the tag of the activity that we want to register it under that people can find us by. So for this particular one, we will select trekking, and we might also select bushwalking. We can now go ahead and create our group. We now arrive at the second part of the registration, which is settings. So here are the privacy settings. They're all self-explanatory. Pick the one that suits you best. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to make this group public. We'll then also look at group invitations and who can invite people to join. Again, you have a selection here, and we're going to use all group members. There are then moderation and member capabilities. The moderation capabilities are who can create events and edit events within your group. And then the member capabilities is who can create and edit the events or edit their own events, etc. That's up to you to select. We're going to leave those as they set as the default. We're also going to have email notifications as part of this group. With the email notifications, we can select different criteria as to when the emails are going. For this one, we're going to select weekly summary, and we'll move on to the next step. Now, is our group going to have a forum? Which means, do members of the group have the ability to create a forum within the group to discuss different topics, maybe about the trip preparation and all that sort of thing? In this instance, we're going to say yes, and we'll move on. Now it comes time to select photos for our group. As you can see here, there's 2 photo opportunities. First photo is the photo which is virtually a profile photo, the second one being the background photo for your trip group cover. Let's go and select and upload our profile photo. As you can see here, I've selected a photo and now have an opportunity to edit this photo. By doing this, I can move my selection of the photo around. I can magnify or decrease the size, and when I'm happy with that, click on crop image, which will set that photo as you can see above. We now move on to the next step, which is selecting our background or cover photo. You'll notice here that with this particular photo you can select the center, the top or the bottom of the photo. We default to center because in 99% of the cases that is the best selection to get your background photo looking really good. Now we can go off to our computer and choose the file that the photo that we're going to use is listed under. And as you can see here, I've selected a photo in my computer which is called Tracking in Canada 2. We can now move on. Now with regards to media for this particular trip group, am I going to enable media for the group? In other words, let people upload photos and videos to it, or am I going to disable it? If I disable it, there is no options. If I enable it, photos and videos can be uploaded by all group members, by admin only, and by the way, you are the administrator, seeing as how you are setting up this group. But again, we are going to allow all group members to upload media. The second last step is to add the location, and we recommend that you put your destination location in here, for that is what potential members will be searching for. In this case, with Trekking in Alaska, we're going to set our destination as Fairbanks. The state is Alaska. The country is the USA. And we'll go on to the next step, which is the final step in creating our trip group. Now, before we do create this, we have an opportunity to either invite members, and we can search for them by name, or alternatively, we can scroll through the list of members within Tripfriends. Here we can see Shelley. We will invite Shelley, which means she will get an invitation sent to her once the trip group is finalised. So there's Shelley and her profile. We'll now click Finish, and we can see our trip group completed. The invitation has been sent, and now we can return back to our home screen. We hope you found this tutorial helpful, and we ask that you look forward to the next one in the series, which explains how to modify and add extra fields to the trip group you have just created. In the meantime, we hope to hear that you've had people join your group and that you're out there doing it and sharing the fun.